2-3 minutes, and here comes Dante Hightower. The ball turned free. It flips in the air. It's a fumble, and it's a turnover. And New England has gotten it.
Flush to the pocket, and he'll take a sack. Can't take a sack. You just can't take the sack there. White will cut back. Get in. Touchdown, New England.
The Patriots have won.
The Patriots storm the field.
I sure hate to do it, but get what? I do it again. Let them get there next year. Do it again. I'm going to go double down. Cat, think it's a game.
Welcome back to First Take. I know you used to seeing Molly, but no, it's Stephen A. because I wanted to give a special introduction. APB was put out by me, yours truly, Stephen A. And APB was put out for our next guest. Couldn't find him since the Super Bowl, since the Atlanta Falcons basically choked it away, for crying out loud, lost a 25-point lead. And from that point forward, we couldn't find our next guest. But he has been found. He is in the house. The one and only T.I. is on First Take with yours truly. My brother, what's going on? How you doing? How you doing, T.I.?
Hey, man, you're a true cap master. That's what we in Atlanta, we call you a true captain. Captain Crunch, you are, sir. Hey, man, if you looking for me, I am not hard to find. You have my phone number. You know where I am on IG, Twitter. You know how to get to me. And I actually reached out to the gentleman who does your booking the night of the Super Bowl to make arrangements for the next day. No response. So, but now that you called, I am here. Yes, sir. How may I help you?
I need an explanation. I mean, could you explain to me? I mean, you had a lot of confidence when we were hanging out in Houston for Super Bowl week.
Absolutely.
We had a lot of confidence. Could you explain what happened to your Atlanta Falcons from your perspective, sir? Could you give that to me?
Well, I mean, I honestly think it's bad play calling when you got down, you know, in the second half, and you have an opportunity to run the ball when, you know, you at the 22-yard line, and you have the opportunity to run the ball and kick a field goal and end the game. And, you know what I'm saying? You know, it kind of reminds us of the last time the Patriots was in the Super Bowl when you had the Seahawks and Marshawn Lynch could have ran the ball in to win the Super Bowl for them. Instead, they pass, and then, you know, the Patriots win then. And very similar. Coincidence? Who knows? But Tip. Nonetheless, here we are, and they won.
Tip, who do you blame for that? Do you blame the play call on Quinn, Shanahan, or Matt Ryan? Who do you blame for the sack that took you out of field goal range?
Well, I mean, we have to figure out who called that play. You know, if it was Shanahan, you got to put the blame on him. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really one to point fingers. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, man, you know, you go in there as a team, you win as a team, and you lose as a team. You know what I'm saying? I don't think pointing fingers at this point after losses, you know, I think that's counterproductive.
Well, I mean, counterproductive as it may be, it also happens to be factual, T.I. I mean, it did happen. And so as we chronicle and reminisce and reflect upon a 25-point collapse in the Super Bowl, I think it's apropos to bring up Matt Ryan, because you yourself showed up again in Houston, chilling, looking smooth as ever. You're just talking about Matt Ryan and talking about how in the last 2 minutes you would like for him to have the ball with the game on the line, and look what happened.
Absolutely. He should have passed the ball off to Freeman like he did all game to get that 25-point lead. You know, I mean, but they made some phenomenal plays. You know, and I think that we have a phenomenal team, and we're going to continue to build.
Is the city of Atlanta cursed, Tip? Because, I mean, you know, one championship across all the major sports franchises. The Atlanta Braves, the hat you have on right now, so good for so many years, came away with one. The Falcons, none. The Hawks, none. Is the city cursed in terms of championships? And what caused this curse?
Nah, there is no curse. There is no such thing. You know what I mean? We are a thriving city, and we have been growing. We will continue to evolve and diversify ourselves in sports, music, film, television, and all areas of entertainment. So I don't believe that in no way whatsoever.
T.I., you know,
what's up?
You my man, we go back a little ways and stuff. And I guess what I'm wondering about, I mean, you look so composed and everything is blasé right now. It's a few weeks later. I get that. But could you take us back to the immediate aftermath of the Super Bowl loss and what was like life for you at that particular moment? Could you paint a picture for us?
Well, see, the wonderful thing about it is I have an Instagram page where, you know, you can definitely follow and see exactly what my demeanor was. And, you know, I think you played it coming into this segment.
Yes.
I mean, and as I said then, I'll say again, I'm not going against my home team. My home team in any sport in a position to win any game in any time for a championship. I'm going to be as confident and I'm going to be behind them 110%. This time, that time, and every other time.
What is the state of sports in Atlanta right now, Tim? If it's no curse and everything's, you know, going in the right direction, what's the state of the major sports franchises in Atlanta?
I mean, I think that we're rebuilding. I mean, we're continuing to grow as a city, and every team in every sport is also continuing to grow.
Well, you know what I don't like about that answer with you, T.I.? I mean, if you look at damn, all you had to do was run the ball, and
That's
you're
right.
a champion. So when you talk about rebuilding, next time you run the football, that seems to be all you would need, wouldn't you say, based on what you see?
Well, I think, you know, you definitely have to get there again, and you definitely don't make the same mistake twice. But, I mean, there are no excuses. You know, you have an opportunity to win, and those who are the most prepared come away with the victory, and those who are not, you know, they go home and they rebuild. So right now, we're rebuilding.
So, Tip, are you over it?
Are you over it, man?
Are you? Yeah.
I mean, well, you know.
Tell the truth, man.
You're not over it.
Never get over that. Come on.
I mean, you can't completely be over it, but you cannot dwell upon the past to the point where you can't see what's in the future. You got to move forward.
Listen, a very, very healthy perspective. I'm so touched. I'm so touched by your boys. I must admit this. But I mean, before I let you get on out of here, T.I., are you just willing to say it on camera? Stephen A., you got me here, bro. I didn't see this coming. Are you willing to say that? Because I did tell you Tom Brady was going to do some damage, and he passed for damn near 5,000 yards. I mean, are you willing to acknowledge that now that you've had an opportunity to reflect?
Well, I mean, it's a phenomenal performance by Tom Brady, a phenomenal performance by the Patriots, and there was a second half blunder. There was a meltdown by my team, but we are in no way broken down by it. We will continue to rebuild.
Are you still going to allow Atlanta Falcons to roam the streets of Atlanta, considering how they blew this in epic fashion? I mean, do they get to hang out with T.I.? I mean, is that what they do now? I mean, can they do that still?
No comment.
Tim, before we let you go, though, obviously you guys have all the talent in the world, but just ask the Panthers, the Super Bowl hangover is real. What % chance do you think they get back to the Super Bowl next year?
Well, you know, I think it's a slim percentage of teams that are able to make Super Bowls back to back. I think what we would focus on is trying to be the first team to host our own Super Bowl and actually be in it.
And you'll perform.
I think 2019 is it? We have the Super Bowl here. I think that's a safe bet to try and assume that we'll be in that particular game.
Tim, either or, because I can't tell from your answers so far. It could be either one. Did the Falcons lose it, or did the Patriots win it?
I think you definitely have to say the Falcons lost it. You definitely have to say that. And just, you know, speaking honestly, you have to say that, and I tell them that to their face. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, we're still a team. This is still my home. I'm still going to represent them and every other franchise in this city. And when they can't win, I'm going to put them on my back. I'm going to speak to you guys with confidence and poise the same way I am right now, even in a loss. Because that's what we do.
Hey, listen, I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you for showing up and speaking on behalf of your Atlanta Falcons who let you down.
Right.
I wish I could say that the Hawks would make up for it, but I ain't so damn sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not.
Or the Braves, for that matter. They're rebuilding, too.
Hey, you know what? I was going to buy you a nice steak dinner at the Cheetah, man. You know, you just talked yourself right out of it.
On that note, we will let you go. Tip, appreciate you. Thank you so much for being with us.
Appreciate
Always fun.
you, man.
All right, right on. A pleasure.
Coming up, one NFC East star was tagged in the... What's up, everybody? Welcome into First Take. Thank you so much for hanging with us. Stephen A.
What's
Smith,
up?
Next,
No, it's
gentlemen.
next.
How you doing?
We're doing this now?
No, let's do
No,
that.
okay.
I like sticking with the...
Do we do something different?
Yeah. We
Y'all
keep it
make
unique.
it
We keep
corny
fresh.
when y'all stall. Just do it, baby. Just do it.
We just had to work out the kinks.
All right.
And then we will.
I'm just
and then
saying,
we'll be
y'all.
flowing.
I'm
Hey,
just-
guess what? We found somebody. T.I. Rapper T.I. will join us to face Stephen A. He went missing after the Falcons lost.
Atlanta police called me. They informed me that they had found T.I.
Yeah, APB out on him?
I had an APB out on him. He was hiding for quite some time because he was trying to recover from the Atlanta Falcons blowing the Super Bowl. But we found him. We found him. And I told them they don't have to do anything to him. Just make him come on the show.
You know
So
who else is going to be here?
Yeah.
Triple G. Heard the dude's pretty good. He's going to talk about his next fight and
Punching holes
his
through people.
pick in Mayweather-McGregor. Looking forward to that. But we start with Antonio Brown. The man got paid. Dinner is on him. The Steelers agreed to a 4-year, $68 million extension with Brown, according to our Adam Schefter, making the Facebook Live star the highest paid wide receiver based on yearly salary in the NFL at $18.5 million per year for the next 3 years. The next 4 highest paid wideouts are A.J. Green at $15.9, Julio Jones at $15.7 million, Dez Bryant 15, and Demaryius Thomas 14.5. Max, does he deserve to be the highest paid wideout in the NFL?
Deserve's got nothing to do with it, as Clint Eastwood said in Unforgiven. Deserve's got nothing to do with it. The most talented guy who's up latest, whoever's contract is up now, sets the market. Here's the thing. If we're talking about deserve based on their play, Julio Jones deserves to be the highest paid, then Antonio Brown. So you might be sitting there going, oh, okay, so Antonio Brown's overpaid. But in fact, Stephen A., as we know, in guaranteed money, Julio Jones is the highest paid. $47 million guaranteed. Antonio Brown only has $19 million guaranteed. He's the 16th highest paid in guaranteed
And
money.
that's what matters.
Wide out. So, in fact, yes, he deserves to be top 2, but he's not getting paid like that. The Steelers got a steal here.
I agree with you. I think he deserves a better deal. I think he deserves more, but I also think that we need to deal with reality. His behavior cost him. His behavior cost him from the standpoint that the Steelers gave every indication that while we believe in your talent and your on-field exploits, at the same time, off the field, there's a level of maturity that we need you to have. And I think that if you're Antonio Brown, even though I'm happy for him because he is getting paid and he does deserve this money, and it certainly is going to be more than he was getting, and this is something that he was looking forward to, there is no question about it. At the same time, I would like everybody to take things into consideration. This is Antonio Brown the last 4 years. 110 receptions, 1,499 yards. 129 receptions, 1,698 yards. 136 receptions, 1,834 yards. 106
Jerry Rice
receptions,
numbers. Yeah.
1,284 yards. When you consider those numbers, and then you take into account the guaranteed dollars that Max just elocuted to our national audience, you have to step back. If you are a football player and you got a modicum of sense in that thick head of yours, you've got to step back and say, wait a minute, this brother flat out balled. And look at where he's at. 16th highest in guaranteed dollars. He probably deserves more than that. I don't think there's any question about it. The Rooney said, we'll take care of you because we appreciate your body of work. Because remember, he still had 1 year left on his deal after this season. He was going to be back next year anyway. But the point is, what they were saying is this. Even though your talents are what they are, there's a behavioral issue in our mind. Let's make sure we guard that. Let's make sure that Big Ben Roethlisberger and others are not looking at you and saying, we want him on the team, we appreciate his talents, but we're concerned about his behavior. Let's make sure our coach, Mike Tomlin, who's in competition committees as we speak right now, isn't sitting back and saying, you basically threw me under